Art has always been an influential part of Plymouth's culture. With numerous art courses offered, students have a range of ways to express themselves. Students taking an art class begin creating portfolios containing 20 pieces of their creative work. The supplies needed to create these pieces are available to students in the art rooms. Keep going. Students' artwork is featured throughout the school, which gives it a creative atmosphere while enhancing its appearance. Different art pieces featured around the school include paintings, quotes, murals, painted ceiling tiles, pottery, and much more. Each year, a number of awards are granted to students who excel in their area. We interviewed seniors Matt Anderson and Seamus Crowley on their opinions of art and Plymouth's culture.
What does art do for you personally?
Personally, it's like a gateway into the environment. Next year, I plan on going to Boston, and just being around people that want to do the same thing as you just opens up a whole new field of things to explore. Like in school, it's very subjective. You have to do the classes you have to do your courses mandatory just to get to school. But art, going to school for art next year, it'll be a whole new world. I'll actually have fun.
Are you working on a portfolio currently?
Yeah, right now we need 20 pieces to submit for Mass Arts admissions requirements. You need mixed media. You need anything from 3D art to photography, graphic design, anything right now. Like right now we're doing linoleum prints. That can be incorporated into it as well.
How far has your art gone outside of Plymouth South?
I run my own clothing line. So we've had 2 shirts so far. I do a little work on the side for bands. One band called The Voice from Below is using one of my shirt designs. I've worked at a graphic design studio and print shop in Providence, Rhode Island for 3 years. And last summer was the only summer that I haven't worked there during high school.
Cool.
And some of the work that I did there was on the RISD campus. And that's about the distance my art has gone outside of our school.
Nice. Do you feel that it plays a role in defining our culture at Plymouth South?
Yeah, I mean, we see a lot of different pieces of art in the halls and stuff like that, like the huge display of paper cranes and all the art in the main hall. But I think that's about it.
The artwork makes us different and gives Plymouth South an identity and defines our culture and who we are as a school. Culinary is one of the 15 technical programs at Plymouth South High School. With its services available to teachers, seniors, and outside members of our community, it is a large part of Plymouth South's culture. Culinary offers a range of baked goods, drinks, breakfast meals, and lunch specials. It remains one of the few privileges granted to seniors and is something most students look forward to. Being open to the public, culinary functions as an actual business, generating revenue.
I'd be happy to give you. I'm sure you can take it home. No, it makes me so happy. That's lovely.
Yummy. We interviewed Miss Storr on her opinion on how culinary pertains to the culture of Plymouth South High School.
What is it like to be a customer here at Culinary? Like, what do you like about Culinary?
Well, I think it's very reasonably priced, and I think the food is good, and I feel like I'm helping out the shop, because tips aren't here. So, and that goes towards their field trips and stuff.
What do you think it does for the school as a whole?
Oh, I think all of our tech shops are a great asset to the building. Absolutely. I mean, we have so many people come from the outside to see our school and to have lunch here, especially senior citizens, because it's so reasonably priced.
Dining is available for students, teachers, and the outside community and has been an enjoyable aspect of Plymouth South High School for many years. Culinary teachers focus on teaching students the skills they will need to succeed in a culinary-based career. We interviewed John Carpelio on his opinions on culinary and how it pertains to Plymouth South's culture.
As a senior, what's it like? What's it like to get culinary privileges?
Culinary privileges are like one of the only privileges we have at Plymouth South as a senior, so you got to take advantage of it. You know, I usually have my debit card on me, so when I find a buck in my pocket, I'm getting a peanut butter brownie from this place. I would eat the whole place, but I don't carry cash on me a lot, so. But it's pretty awesome when you can sit down here for lunch instead of having the grade D meat, the high school regular lunch.
How do you think that this makes our school unique?
Well, I don't think a lot of high schools have the opportunity to have a culinary arts program here, and people that are in the tech actually get a first-hand experience of, you know, how to make food, how to manage a restaurant, and it's actually very different from other high schools where you just do academic classes and stuff like that. But
have you ever eaten lunch here?
I have yet to eat lunch here, but I heard great things about it. You know, when I can find some cash in my pocket instead of that debit card, you know, come in here and get something to eat.
The Thanksgiving football game is a well-known tradition at Plymouth South High School. With the rivalry between Plymouth North and Plymouth South, it is the ultimate test of who has the best football team. The game brings our community together as everyone shows up to cheer on their favorite team. This game is not only meaningful to the culture of Plymouth South High School, but it is also meaningful to the players and coaches as well. We interviewed Coach Fry, Grant Solis, and Mr. Fuss on their feelings of the game and how it pertains to our culture.
How does the Thanksgiving Day game define our culture at Plymouth South High School?
You go first. I mean, as a player, like, I grew up playing with like all the North kids, and then finally growing up and going to the South as a freshman. I mean, like, there is a rivalry between us. Like, when we're on the field, there's a rivalry, but off the field, I mean, I'm still friends with the kids over at North. It's not that we hate them, but I mean, like, once you do strap on the pads, put on the helmet, I mean, yeah, it's game time. But I mean, culture-wise, like, you hear about it in town, like how good North's doing, how bad South's doing, or vice versa. But I mean, there's always going to be talk of the two teams.
It gives us identity. It gives them identity. Gives us identity. Even though from the same town, these kids play for their own school with pride. But then even though they're friends or we all get along outside of football, it's makes us who we are, and gives kids something to play for. So.
How important do you feel that the Thanksgiving Day game is to our school?
I mean, I think all the football games are important to the football team, but just not only to the town, but I think to the entire school. Thanksgiving Day game is really big, especially having two towns in the same high school. I mean, two high schools in the same town makes the game even bigger. And if you're not having the greatest season in the world, it can kind of make up for a lot of tough losses.
Do you think it plays an important part of Plymouth South's culture?
I think it really starts the winter season off really well. We have a lot of football players that are involved in winter athletics, involved in the basketball team and the wrestling team. And when you have a big win on that Thanksgiving Day game and the winter sports start up on that Monday, I think it makes a huge difference.